Welcome back to the Ragged Coast Kitchen. I'm Kate, and today we are making my mom's famous rum balls. My mom didn't love cooking very much, but she loved sweets. So every Easter we got a big box of C's candies. We always got chocolate bunnies, always Halloween candy. And at Christmas, she always made rum balls. And this was a recipe that she claimed as her own, but I'm pretty sure that either it came on the box, back of the box of vanilla wafers, or was in the newspaper at some point. But it is so easy and so delicious. And we are getting in the holiday spirit here at the Ragged Coast Kitchen. And so I've asked my mom for her recipe. I haven't made this recipe a whole lot myself, but I love it and I think you will too. So let's get right down to it. Okay. Ingredients. This is what my mom emailed me the other day. 12 ounces or 1 package of vanilla wafers. I remember that she always got the vanilla wafers from Nabisco. Now, I bought a package of vanilla wafers at the local grocery store, and this is what I got. It came in a yellow box, but it is 11 ounces. I'm thinking either it's a typo in the recipe, or over the years, let's say 50 years, the size of the box has shrunk. We're using 11 ounces, so we're just gonna see if it works. When I was a kid, we would pour these in a bowl and crush them all up with a potato masher or like a juice glass or something like that. In any case, we did it by hand. Same with the walnuts. We would chop those by hand, all that stuff, and then we'd mix everything by hand. Now we have the miracle of the food processor. So I am gonna do this whole recipe in the food processor, and I'm gonna put everything in there all at once. Let's see how it works out. 11 ounces vanilla wafers. Then in this bowl, I have 1.5 cups of confectioner's sugar, 3 tablespoons of cocoa. When I was a kid, we used Hershey's cocoa from the can, but now that I'm a chocolate maker and I sell my own cocoa powder, that's what we're using is this single origin Dutch processed cocoa powder from Latin America. Super delicious. And then we have 1.5 cups of walnuts. That is all going in the food processor. All right, so before I add the wet ingredients, I'm just gonna grind this up. All right, next we have 3/4 cup of corn syrup. Yes, sir. And this was another point of debate, was how much rum did my mom actually use? I don't even remember what kind of rum she used, but this happens to be Myers dark rum. There's about 1/2 cup in here. The recipe calls for 1/4 cup plus 1/8 cup. I don't know why. We're just gonna start with maybe a little less than this 1/2 cup and see what the consistency is. I'm just gonna add all the rum. I think that's probably what my mom did. I'm just gonna put on gloves for this, and here's the other trick. These get rolled into balls about the size of walnuts, and then we roll them in confectioner's sugar, and then we're gonna put them on a cookie sheet and let them sit out overnight to cure a little bit. Now the other thing my mom swears by, even though the recipe does not say this, is that she insists that you have to make these a month ahead of time. So we're gonna let them sit overnight, and then we'll pack them in a tin with a little extra confectioner's sugar, airtight tin, put the lid on, and we're gonna put them in the back of the kitchen cabinet until December. So here we go. Oh my gosh, this is gooey. All right, so a little bigger than a walnut. Okay, so we're gonna let these sit at room temperature uncovered overnight. And what that'll do is it'll let them cure a little bit, let them dry out a little bit. When we come back tomorrow, they'll probably have a little bit of a crust on them. I'm probably gonna re-roll them. This dough is pretty soft, so I'll re-roll them, dust them again in confectioner's sugar, and then pack them in a tin. Again, tight fitting lid, put them away for a month. That's what my mom says. And then bring them out when you're ready to make your cookie platters and stuff like that. And we'll include that in our cookie platter that will be building up in the next couple weeks. Okay, we're back the next day with our rum balls, and we've allowed the dough to kind of cure a little bit overnight. So what we've got are our rolled balls that have, I wouldn't say dried out a bit, but those vanilla wafers and the other dry ingredients in there have kind of soaked up some of that corn syrup and the rum, so they're a little more firm. So we're just gonna re-roll them and dust them in a little more confectioner's sugar and then store them in a tin until December. I like to use a cake pan to roll truffles, rum balls, anything rolled, because it gives you a nice flat surface to toss them around so they get evenly coated. And don't worry that these are like extra coated in confectioner's sugar. Again, that corn syrup and the rum will kind of soak it up. And also we want a little extra confectioner's sugar in our tin that we're packing them in so they don't stick. I will tell you that you might want to put a nice dusting of powdered sugar on your parchment, on your cookie sheet when you first make these, because they do stick. All right, and there are our rum balls ready to be put to bed for the next month and to be enjoyed during the holidays. Thanks for joining us here in the Ragged Coast Kitchen. If you have any comments or questions about this recipe, or you have suggestions for other recipes you'd like to see done on this channel, go ahead and comment below. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time in the Ragged Coast Kitchen.